Presidential candidates go to the grassroots for the all-important farm vote. First to arrive at Carson, Minnesota for the national plowing contest is General Eisenhower, just 4 hours before his opponent. He is the dinner guest of Mr. and Mrs. Henry Snow, owners of the farm on which the contest is conducted. The general gets his first close-up of farm life in the Middle West in many years. Mixing with the tillers of the soil, he watches the plowing activities with great interest. Speaking later to a crowd estimated at 100,000, he pledged full parity prices and support program. He also attacked agricultural bureaucracy, contending that a decentralized farm price program should be inaugurated. A short time later, Governor Stevenson arrives to present his case to the farmers and is welcomed by the same crowd that had listened to the Republican candidate. The Democratic aspirant receives an equally warm reception as he chats with groups of farmers in front of the Snow residence. The campaign for the farm vote is on in real earnest, with each candidate making his most eloquent appeal. The governor is also entertained by the Snow family after his speech, in which he promised a continuation of administration policy in meeting farm problems. He told his audience that abundant agricultural production is one of the main keys to national prosperity and security. November 4th will tell which candidate registered best. Marseille, France is shaken by the worst explosion in its history as an oil refinery blows up. 6 were immediately killed and 15 were believed buried in the flaming wreckage. 22 others in neighboring houses were severely injured. So severe was the explosion that the whole of the great seaport was shaken and windows were shattered a mile away. Buildings of the refinery itself were virtually disintegrated. Although no estimate of damage could be made immediately, it was believed that it would run into the hundreds of millions of francs. As one witness put it, it was like a volcanic eruption. In Washington, President Truman addresses the President's Committee for Employment of the Physically Handicapped, in which he makes a plea for their aid. He is presented with a hand-tooled desk set by Vasile Tofan, who learned his trade at the Institute for Crippled and Disabled. In his speech, the President pays tribute to those who have helped rehabilitate the handicapped, and he presents the year's award to Nils S. Josephson, president of the Paraplegics Manufacturing Company of Chicago, all of whose employees are disabled. With his 4-year-old daughter, Betty, he is living proof that courage can overcome handicaps. At the Canadian National Exhibition in Toronto, over 1,000 toddlers take the stage. Some of the tykes are feeling temperamental, but it's understandable in this international meet, with entrants from as far away as Japan, to choose the bouncingest baby of them all. Most of these diapered Venuses and Adonises bear up bravely as they're examined for beauty and good health, and the proud parents look on anxiously. There's a special prize for twins, so the judges won't think they're seeing double, but this only makes it twice as hard to reach a decision. The winners, Mark and Miles Johnson, 7.5 months old. It's a long day and most of the youngsters have rather lost interest by the time the grand winner is chosen. Babyland's new monarch is a queen, 9 months old, Heather Elizabeth Murray. Britain's great air show at Farnborough continues to pack 'em in for a look-see at the latest in aircraft. Among the new types taking a bow is England's first twin-engined helicopter, quite similar to our own Piasecki with its long banana-shaped fuselage. This is the jet age, and here is Britain's latest jet bomber, the 4-jet delta-winged Avro 698. Air-minded throngs see the new de Havilland night fighter take off, unaware that its appearance today is the prelude to tragedy on the morrow. Test pilot John Derry exceeds the speed of sound, safely this time, but 24 hours later, pulling out of a dive, the plane rips apart in the air, killing him, his observer, and 26 spectators. The masked marvel from Montana steps into the ring in Seattle for a bit of mayhem with the noted pretty boy of wrestling, Gorgeous George from Hollywood. Despite his manly proportions, Gorgeous affects a marcelled hairdo and an attendant who sprays perfume around the ring to sort of sweeten up the atmosphere. Actually, the atmosphere is quite pure, aqua pure. The ring is located in Seattle's Aqua Theater, but Gorgeous isn't giving it a thought, not at this stage of the game. But the lifeguard isn't lonesome very long. He has company, 400 pounds of it. And when the ref, name of Mickey Finn, lends a helping hand, well, sir, nobody even says, dunk you. Oh, well, maybe it helps to have a name like Finn when you're making like a fish. Mr. Finn is wringing wet for further ring frivolity, and Mr. Lifeguard resumes his patrol. He'll be needed again, and soon. Gorgeous needs him now. He can't swim. The masked marvel has other ideas, namely to stick his oar in. To this, the ref takes exception, but he might as well have stood in bed. He took on an old seafaring man who knows his ropes.